from the banks of the Ohio River. There's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Jackson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're going to run this with a tight end. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And he'll give it here to his running back. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 37. Check 37. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, hold on. 6 right there, right there. 56. 56. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
To throw on 2nd down. Tate. That's complete to John Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Check 45. Sweep. Up. Spot. No. Tighten up. Pick the edge. Go. Check 13.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
One's the mic. Watch one. Here we go. Squeeze.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey, look three. Don't take. Fast. Hey, check 24.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Now pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on third down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Jackson operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Tate. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Right there, 56. I got you. I need you. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
2nd and 13. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's go, bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Good job, D. Good job. That's the way you fly that ball.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it, start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
On third down, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing to start the drive. Tate, quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 48-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball.
There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. The extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson throwing again. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. There goes Mark Ingram. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They go play action now. Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on,
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive, with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andrew Billings able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Second down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Jackson. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play. Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Watch the pass. Go. Switch.
Looking to throw. Tate going deep downfield for Ross. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Let's go.
John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Bandit. Bandit.
Here's Jackson operating from the gun. He's got it to Hilton. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Ravens.
Here we go. Jet. Gotta work. 22, Jet. Bomber. 22, Jet. Bomber. Jet.
Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Jackson. And the catch made by Hilton. A gain there of 21 yards.
Pass. Complete to number 88. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Baltimore.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. And Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Bengals 45, Ravens 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got you. Hey, what?
General, West. Set, go.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Tight end, watch tight end. Tight right.
Ready.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
50 seconds to Mike. Hey, defense,
Ready, go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Martinez. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that will get him one closer.
Bengals 45, Ravens 17. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Check it back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On the double.
Boys, 56. Check 56. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Right tight on the right. 4 down.
Operating from the gun, Tate. And Eifert has it. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Strip that ball.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here we go on second and 12. Now he's flushed out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
From the gun, Martinez. This one complete to Ingram. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Under 66.
On third down, here's Hill. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now Martinez on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Watch one.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Back to throw. Martinez. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
60 outlaws, man.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Hey, switch gears. Hard. Let's go.
Martinez looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Switch. And go.
Here's Martinez operating from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Notice it says, let's discuss how we got here.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Get ready.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Okay, ready?
Mike 57. It's a party now.
Bravo! Ready, go!
Martinez now. From the gun, he'll throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Martinez. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Yeah! San Lobo, rock. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
To throw is Martinez on first down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Looking to throw. Martinez. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. They will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field.